Your future is fighting your present. Psychology of manifestation. You're trying to build multiple lives at once. There's a strange kind of pressure that ambitious people carry, a pressure most people never talk about. Because from the outside, your life might look normal. You go to work, handle responsibilities, stay disciplined, try to keep your emotions together. But internally, you're carrying visions your current life can't fully hold yet. You want more money, more freedom, better health, a stronger body, property, passive income, vacations, peace of mind, a real relationship, a family, a life that actually feels meaningful.
Oh, come on, she loved
And
it.
the hardest part isn't wanting those things. It's wanting all of them at the same time. Because eventually, your mind starts calculating how far away everything feels. You look around and everybody seems to already have a piece of the life you're trying to build. You see couples traveling together, families being started, people relaxing on boats, people buying homes.
Welcome home,
People
congratulations.
waking up without financial stress. And even when you're genuinely happy for them, a small part of you quietly asks, when does my life finally begin? That question becomes heavier after long work days, after exhaustion, after stress, after realizing you still have dreams waiting for your attention. And sometimes, you don't even feel lost because you lack ambition. You feel lost because your vision is bigger than your current structure. Your future is pulling you forward, while your present reality keeps slowing you down. And that creates psychological friction. Because manifestation was never about magically getting everything overnight. It was about becoming mentally strong enough to build a life slowly, without emotionally collapsing in the process. The internet destroyed our sense of timing. One of the biggest psychological traps in modern life is that we are constantly exposed to everybody else's highlights. At every moment, you can open your phone and instantly see luxury, relationships, travel, success, bodies, money, status. And after enough exposure, your brain quietly starts believing you're behind. Not because your life is failing, but because you're comparing your beginning to somebody else's middle. Years ago, people only compared themselves to neighbors, friends, coworkers. Now you compare yourself to millions of people every single day, and your brain was never designed for that level of comparison. That's why even hardworking people feel mentally exhausted now. Because psychologically, you're carrying the emotional weight of thousands of timelines at once. And your brain starts saying, I need to fix my finances. I need to get in shape. I need love. I need freedom. I need success. I need all of it. Now! That's not inspiration anymore. That becomes timeline anxiety. Because social media compresses reality. It makes 10-year journeys look like overnight success stories. People post the reward, but never the years of confusion, loneliness, debt, failure, sacrifice, and repetition behind it. So now, instead of building life step by step, people are mentally trying to build their entire future at once. And eventually, that pressure creates emotional paralysis. But manifestation without patience becomes emotional torture. Manifestation without structure becomes delusion. A lot of people misunderstand manifestation. They think it means thinking positively, visualizing money, repeating affirmations, and magically attracting success. But real manifestation is much less glamorous than that. Real manifestation is structure. Because wanting a better future means nothing if your habits keep reinforcing the old version of you. You cannot manifest discipline while feeding procrastination every day. You cannot manifest peace while constantly overstimulating your mind. You cannot manifest financial freedom while avoiding long-term planning. Anybody can imagine success. Very few people can organize their life around it consistently. This is why manifestation must become physical, not just mental. It has to enter your routine, your habits, your schedule, your discipline, your environment. Because your future is not built from inspiration, it's built from repetition. The gym, the overtime, the studying, the saving, the consistency, the sacrifices nobody claps for. Not magic, not shortcuts, not delusion. Just identity repeated daily until your life changes shape. Stop trying to build your entire life in one season. One of the greatest forms of maturity is learning how to stop rushing your own timeline. Because desperation creates bad decisions. People rush relationships because they feel behind. They rush success because social media makes them panic. They rush financial risks because they're tired of waiting. And sometimes, that impatience destroys the very future they were trying to build. A tree that grows too fast usually breaks in the storm. Real stability takes time. The strongest foundations are built slowly. Maybe this season is about discipline. Maybe this season is about rebuilding financially. Maybe this season is about healing mentally. Maybe this season is about consistency. Because trying to force every dream into your current reality creates emotional chaos. None of those things happen instantly, and that's okay. Because life is not a race against strangers. It's a long-term construction project. A lot of people quit during the invisible stage, the stage where nothing looks different externally, but internally, everything is changing. Your mindset, your habits, your standards, your emotional control. That invisible stage matters because roots grow underground before trees become visible. And if you stay consistent long enough, your outer reality eventually catches up to your inner vision. Manifestation is identity repetition. At its core, manifestation is not really about attracting things. It's about becoming somebody. Because your daily behavior is constantly voting for your future. Every action reinforces an identity. When you stay disciplined, you reinforce capability. When you keep learning, you reinforce growth. When you save money, you reinforce responsibility. When you go to the gym tired, you reinforce resilience. The people who eventually create freedom usually aren't the loudest. They're the most repetitive. They keep showing up. Even when progress feels invisible. Even after exhausting workdays. Even after setbacks. Your future life is built by the version of you nobody sees. The exhausted version, the stressed version, the lonely version, the uncertain version. That version matters most, because that's the version deciding whether to quit or continue. And if you continue long enough, the things that once felt impossible start becoming normal. The gym becomes routine. Saving money becomes routine. Discipline becomes routine. Peace becomes routine. Ending. Your life is already moving. Sometimes manifestation isn't about getting everything immediately. Sometimes it's about surviving the process long enough to become aligned with the life you asked for. And yes, there will be moments where you feel overwhelmed. Moments where you question your timing. Moments where you feel behind. Moments where your current reality feels too small for your vision. But don't confuse slow progress with failure. Some of the strongest lives are built quietly, not quickly. And one day you'll look around and realize the things you once prayed for, the things you once visualized, the things you once thought were impossibly far away, became your reality gradually. Not overnight, not magically, but through consistency, patience, structure, and refusing to give up on yourself. Your future is not ignoring you. It's being built, one decision at a time. If this video connected with you, watch the next video, From Lazy to Locked In, Neuroscience of Discipline. Because manifestation means nothing without discipline, and discipline is what turns visions into reality. We are the hearts of the world. See you in the next one.